Hello and welcome to another episode of Equilibrium. I'm your host, Bria, and today I'm here with Danielle Edwards. She's a fitness enthusiast and also the owner of Atrium 82 and the New Body Project. Thank you for being here, Danielle.
Thank you so much, Bria. I appreciate you having me.
Yeah, we had a little bit of trouble getting into the interview, but we're here and we're ready.
Yep. Overcoming all obstacles.
See, that's what we do. How did you start your day? I always ask fitness, like people who love working out, how did you start your day?
Do you have today is Monday, and today happens to be a day that I don't train any classes. Okay. So I started off my day by getting my kids ready and taking them to school, and just, being at peace with myself. I was able to go to bed yesterday extremely early, which is very unheard of. I was in the bed at 6:11 yesterday.
Like 6 p.m.?
Yes, 6:11. I was in bed at 6:11. So I woke up this morning at 6 o'clock and I just felt so rejuvenated and refreshed. Yep, I got my sleep today, and I never
that whole time.
I slept the entire time.
Okay, what are your typical, like, when do you typically go to bed? Like, what's late?
Typically, 12 o'clock.
Okay, midnight.
And then I'm up at 6 a.m. because my kids have to be to school for 7:15, and then I'm training class at 9 a.m. So for me to be able to do that last night, it was just this one, I had to put myself first, and I can't, I'm tired. Take that time for myself.
My God. 12 hours of sleep.
That
sounds like a dream.
Yep.
I think I get about 8 hours, maybe. I try to get 7 or 8 hours. That's like but I have to wake up by like 7:30. If I stay in the bed longer than that, my whole day is shot.
Yeah, my internal clock wakes me up at 6 o'clock every day. Monday through Sunday, I'm up at 6 o'clock every day, my internal clock.
Do you go on a run in the morning?
So I'm going to actually start doing that with my son starting next week, Monday. Him and I, we just had this conversation earlier today before he had stepped out, and I said to him, I was like, I want to start going running. Can you come with me? He's like, sure. So we're going to be up at 5 to do runs. So because he has to be to school for 8 o'clock, my daughter has to be to school for 7:15. So we're going to be up at 5:30ish so we can get the runs done. Yeah. Oh we're going to do it twice a week, Monday and Wednesday.
Oh my God. Well, okay. So I want to back up. I want to know about your background, where you're from, where you grew up, and how you got into fitness.
Okay. So I was born in Brooklyn, New York. I am first generation American. Both of my parents are from West Africa, Liberia. My parents just always instilled in me that I can do anything that I put my mind to. So I followed the path of going to college. I got my associates in paralegal studies, my bachelor's in international business administration, and my MBA in business management. So I followed the entire path. I went to college. I did everything I was supposed to do. I got this great job working on Wall Street, making great money. And I was working. I became the global auction analyst. I was a lead analyst working in this big time bank, and the market tanked. When the market tanked, I pretty much lost it all, and I had to figure out a new way to live my life. But for 5 years, I could not find work. It felt like every turn that I tried, every job that I applied to, I couldn't get hired. And I did everything I was supposed to do. Right. I went to college. I did all the things that we've been told to do. Yeah. But it just felt like I was a constant block, and I started to gain weight, and became very depressed. And at that time I had two small children, and I just told myself, I need to figure out a different path, but I also need to lose weight. And as a joke, I applied to a job on Indeed.com to a gym. And I was saying to myself, you know what, I just need to find a job that's going to allow me to be a mom to my children, and also help me lose some weight. And as I said, it was a joke. I did not even think anything twice. It had they had
apply real quick.
Like, let me just apply, because number one, I have no training in fitness. I don't even know what I would do in a gym.
Right.
But they had an office position, and I'm like, okay, Danielle, you can handle something in the office, right? That's my way to get in. thinking nothing of it, because I answered all these questions, all kinds of crazy, Bria. Like they were like, "What did you have for breakfast?" And I was just joking again because I have a joking personality. I said I went to McDonald's and I had me a steak, egg, and cheese. That's when they had steak, egg, and cheese back then. I said I wanted extra sauce and an orange juice. And I'm like doing everything self-sabotaging not to get this job.
Right.
And these people called me. I'm like, what in the heck? But then I answered the question. I was like, just joking. I had oatmeal with orange juice because that's my typical morning breakfast. And they reached out to me. They asked me to come in for an interview. And me being overweight, well, for what I felt for myself was overweight, and I didn't want to go. And I'm like, because number one, how do you dress to go to a job interview at a gym? Who have you even considered what that would even look like? And
okay, I think like leggings and a shirt.
No, girl, your girl went in there with a suit.
Okay.
I went in there with a suit.
Here.
I went in there with a suit, my head slicked back like a shawl with my lipstick on, and like I was going to a Wall Street job, okay, right, with some high heels, and that was the end of the story for me. I walked in that office and everybody was looking at me like, who does she think she is? And I exuded that confidence. I blew them away, and I was hired. I was hired as the director of membership services and development. And it was an immediate transition. They were like, oh, we love you. You are here. We're going to hire you. And immediately they were like, the one thing that we would like you to do so you could resonate with our clients is to be able to join the program. And the program, it was a women's studio, and the program just talked, it was about empowering women. It was about building community and just joining a gym that felt like it was home. So I joined the gym. I joined the programs, I took the classes, and I lost 20 pounds, and the rest was history. You couldn't tell Danielle nothing else after that. Okay.
Did you start changing? Did you always wear the suit every day?
Oh no, I was wearing my leggings when I went to work, and when I had consultations, then I would dress up a little bit more. But but it was such a casual work environment that I was able to dress it up and dress it down. But it was one of the best experiences that I had, and actually gave me a little boost of becoming an entrepreneur. Because I didn't have a boss that was overshadowing me. I had a boss that kind of left me to my own devices, literally told me to do something one time, figure it out. And that's how it happened. So I was there, I was working, and I was building the business. I grew it. I grew the business exponentially. And literally maybe a year into my employment, the owner came in the office and she said she doesn't want to do this anymore, and she's shutting down, no questions asked, and just was leaving the community hanging. All the women that she had cultivated, everything, she was just leaving it, and she didn't want to do this anymore. Whatever she was going through within her personal self, this is something that she could no longer handle, and she no longer wanted for herself. It was a passion before, and it's no longer a passion now. And I'm just looking at her like, what are you talking about? You have over 100 and something clients. How can you just shut down the gym and leave them hanging? So I use that as my opportunity to start my own business.
Love it.
And the ladies of the gym convinced me to do so, because they were like, Danielle, we know you. We've been working with you. And we want to rally behind you. They created a crowdfunding page for me, and they funded my business. Nice. So the community of Brooklyn, Park Slope, Gowanus, the women, people that I didn't even know, donated to this crowdfunding page and raised a little over $3,000 for me to start my own company. Oh my God. And that's how the New Body Project was founded in October of 2017. So I used those funds to secure a temporary space. Within that space, I was able to train other women and start to build up my portfolio, because not everyone transitioned over, because some people were hurt, and some people just didn't come over because of that. And believe it or not, I started my company in debt, because I then took on all of the memberships that she didn't honor. I took that on in good faith for these women, because I mean, it was, although it had nothing to do with me, but I felt it was the right thing to do. And it gave me an opportunity. It gave me an opportunity to become a personal trainer, because I remember I was working in the office.
Right.
I was not training classes.
How did you learn to start teaching classes? Were you how does that happen? How did you go from office to trainer?
So I went from office to trainer literally overnight.
Okay.
Because what set my path for training is because I was taking classes and I was consistent. And one thing I can say about how the program ran is that it was a boot camp with education. So when you're using the machines or the apparatuses, it wasn't too much of the typical equipment that you would see in a regular fitness studio. It was total body work and a few other elements. So the TRX, BOSU balls, medicine balls, those things are something that we use a lot. And by being in class and being hands-on taught me how to start training classes. And then I built my own style within it. So for the year and a half that I was there, I was actually taking classes, being a part of the community, learning the style and learning the workouts. And then from there, I was able to go to school and actually know what the hell I'm talking about when I do a squat and what muscles are working with that and this, that, and the third. Mind you, I had already did schooling. I had children, started this business. Now I had to go back to school. So I can just say that I'm certified to do this. And you don't have to be certified to be a personal trainer, believe it or not, but it's just the right thing to do.
Oh, okay. So are you certified? Are you a certified trainer now?
I've been a certified trainer for a long time.
So you went and did all of that. How are you balancing everything?
It's only by the grace of God and a supportive family. And my children are I do everything for them. I do everything for my kids. And I've always been taught, that family is important, and my children are my reasons why. So the balance is I just have to do it because I have to support them. That's how I manage it. I send them to school, and during that time, I'm training my class in the morning. Because I just reopened, I just was able to hire someone else. But during that time, I started to gain the momentum, and the gym started picking up, and I was able to hire people to allow me to do the things that I needed to do to fuel the business.
Wow. Okay. So one of the things that we were joking about before, while we were scheduling to make this call was you had really great SEO. And I, simply Googled you. I found this beautiful space that you have for your gym. Talk to me a little bit. It's like on a corner in Brooklyn. Talk to me about how you found this space and how you run the gym out of there.
So the story behind the space is actually another pretty funny situation in my life. When I was in the beginning, when I was sharing that we went from space to space to space, not all the spaces that we were at was the best type of space. So we went to one space that the owners that were at that space, they weren't too nice. They were kind of abusive. Then we went to another space where they had mold in the ceilings. And I'm like, I just can't, this is not the representation that I want from myself. Because when I envision my gym, I envision it I don't envision my gym being the typical gym, because like you saw the space. It's that space is not typical. So as I'm looking for space, I'm driving past the street on St. Mark's, on the corner of St. Mark's and 6th Avenue in Brooklyn, and I see a for rent sign. And I'm telling you, Bria, I'm driving past this street for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, almost 4 months. I'm driving past this street because I'm saying to myself, I can't afford this. This is not, I'm telling myself I can't afford it. I'm already telling myself I can't not do this. So then one day I'm like, you know what? Let me just make a call. Let me just find out. So I call, and he says this astronomical number, and I'm not defeated though. Okay. Like, you know what? I'm going to convince this man that he needs to give this to me at a certain price range. And I'm doing my convincing and this, that, and the third. And it just so happens that I happen to get a write-up in the local newspaper called The Patch. Yes. I get this write-up in the local newspaper. And at the same time, I'm trying to convince him. His wife sees this write-up in the local newspaper and is like, give her a chance. And I get my chance from this write-up, and his wife had already seen it. And although it's not the cheapest rent, but it's definitely a
Yeah,
whole lot significantly less than what it was. And that's how I was able to acquire the space for the New Body Project, where I had moved in that space with 17 clients, and within 30 days I had gained 30 members in my gym.
you're so good at this.
I'm saying
I mean,
it's not me, it's God. It's
yeah.
not me, it's God.
I mean, everything is lining up so perfectly, and
Right.
it's like divine intervention almost.
Right.
Okay, I want to talk a little bit more about the gym and your classes, and it's a boot camp.
Yes.
I find whenever I see something's a boot camp, I'm like intimidated by it. I'm like, they're going to be screaming and yelling in my face. Talk to me about what sets your boot camp apart from all the others.
So my boot camp is set apart. My boot camp is set apart from all the others because it's contrary to what the definition of boot camp is. So the reason why boot camp is fitting for it, the word boot camp is fitting for what it is that I produce at the New Body Project, is because we hold people accountable. So most people, when they go to a gym, there's no accountability. There's no one checking in on them. There's no one checking to see if they're going to show up today and holding them accountable. They just pay their $10 or $20 or $25 and they don't care. It's that cliche saying of you just are a number. No, you really are a number when you are at that gym. And the amount of money is so nominal that when they're taking $10 and $25 out of your account, it's not really hitting you. It's not really phasing you. Right. However, at my studio, in order for you to join, number one, you have to do a consultation or a one-on-one information session where I learn if you're a fit for me and if I'm a fit for you. So we go through a series of questions and you vet me and then I vet you.
What are some examples of a question? Is it like, tell me what you're currently eating or things you want to improve?
I mean, so those questions are a part of it, but the one question is why do you want to join a community? What is it about a fitness community that you want to, is the reason that you want to join? If you're putting down, if you're responding to me and writing down on the paper, oh, I'm trying to lose 20 pounds within 30 days or 10 days, we're not the community for you, because the way how we gauge your weight loss journey is how you feel. We gauge that based on how you feel. If you can run up and down those subway steps after 30 days and not feel tired out, then you know what, you're doing something. If you can run after your son or your daughter at the park and you're not tired out, then you know what, you're doing something. Once you start to feel better about yourself and start to feel your energy shift, everything else starts to fall in parallel, and then the weight starts to drop off. So that's what sets us apart. Do we yell at you? No. Are we in your face? No. But guess what? I'm making sure that you're not hurting yourself when you are doing a squat and your knee is not aligned with your big toe and you're all this extra stuff. No, someone is always there to guide you. You're getting one-on-one style personal training in a group setting. And that's what sets us apart. Also, we actually love to see you. We want to see you. So if you're not showing up for class, you're going to get a text or a call. Where are you? So today I have to call one person. I woke up this morning. I was like, you know what? I haven't seen X, Y, and Z. I'm going to reach out to her and she's going to get a call from me as the owner. I just want to make sure that you're okay. And it's only been 4 days, but still that's 4 days that you're not on your path. That's 4 days that when we had this conversation at the consultation or the information session, as some people want to call it, you said that you wanted to be here 3 days out of the week. You said that you were doing this for yourself. Like, I'm going to remind you of the reasons why you're here. And another reason what sets us apart is that the level of accountability that we hold to you is not just to you, it's to the entire community. So one of the things that sets us apart is you need to be on time. Okay. You need to be on time. Yeah. Because we start this workout immediately. It's 45 minutes and it's disrespectful when you're not here on time, and it's disrespectful to your community. So you don't want to let everyone down. So you come in and you show up. And because we're so limited in space, because we're so good, number one, because we're so good, when you say that you're going to be here, show up. And if you don't show up, there's a no-show fee. So really? Yes, there's a no-show fee. So guess what? You don't want to get hit with a $25 no-show fee for not showing up, right? So it's both ways. If my trainer is late or my trainer never shows up, which that doesn't happen, you're
Mhm.
going to get $25 too. So the accountability goes both ways.
Oh, okay.
And that's why we're a boot camp. We're not a boot camp because we're yelling. We're a boot camp because we hold you accountable. We're a
You
boot
really
camp.
do, but it's more like in a caring way.
It's in a caring way. We're holding you accountable for you to be your best self, because you
Mm-hmm.
came to me and asked me for help. You clearly weren't you weren't able to do it. You weren't able to do it by yourself, and you needed some sort of guidance. You wanted to be around like-minded women, and you wanted to be held accountable. So I'm going to do it. But I'm not going to yell at you, but I'm going to let you know that we didn't come here to play, and we came here to help you achieve your goals in the same way how they're helping me achieve mine.
Wow. Okay, Danielle. I mean, it's completely different than what other gyms do, because you're right. You just give the money, you go away, you eventually stop going. And I think that's important, especially in the beginning of the year when people set a lot of resolutions. They're like, I want to lose 5 pounds in the first 3 months of the year. What are some tips that you can offer for people to kind of stick to a fitness routine?
You just have to get started, and you have to start small. Don't think that, oh, okay, I'm going to work out every day for 45 minutes. No, give yourself a small goal and start with that. Even if it's just walking, instead of you taking the Uber to the supermarket, walk to the supermarket and then take the Uber back. Small little micro goals will help you get to where you need to achieve. And don't be hard on yourself when you don't achieve the goal that you set out to do that day.
I like that. Yeah, it's all mindset too. Where I feel like if you don't talk to yourself in a kind way, or you kind of get, negative towards yourself, then you just give up eventually.
And that's one of the things that also sets us apart at New Body, is that we have mindset coaching or breakthrough coaching, and we empower our clients to be a part of that. So one of our members is a breakthrough coach. So she's a member, and she's also facilitating our mindset coaching. If you're a realtor, the ladies use you to find an apartment. So like it's really a community.
Wow.
And I've even trained some of my clients to become trainers. That's how like dope our community is.
Okay, so how long, on average, how long are the relationships with people in the community? Is it like you're going to come to this information session? Do you have check-ins with people and then they're like, I want to stay here for 2 years if I don't meet these goals? Like, how does that relationship kind of give and take, if that makes sense?
Okay, perfect question, and I can give you actual data to solidify this question. So when you first join, when you first want to be a part of the community, you go through the information session or the consultation. That's a 45-minute session that you'll have with me, and we'll discuss what your goals are. We'll do your body weight, your body fat, your body age, and go through all that with you. I have a 100% matriculation rate from consultation to what is called a 21-day jumpstart. So from the 21-day jumpstart, you are within this program for 21 days. You get to come to as many classes as you like before you join and become an actual member. So it takes 21 days to build a habit. So you have 30 days to use to utilize 21 classes. So you get to experience myself as a trainer, my other trainers. You get to experience everyone. So that way, okay, is this community a good fit for you? Once you've completed your 21 days, well, on your 15th day, that's when you get an invitation to now become a part of our family, to join the New Body Project. So we ask you, is this something that you see yourself doing? And they're like, yeah, I love it. They have an option of joining a 6-month commitment where they pay their monthly fee every month for 6 months, or they can do a month to month. And within that, I have turnover rate. I don't have a huge turnover rate. I have 97% matriculation from 21 day to a actual membership for 6 months commitment. And the ladies, my longest member has been since I started in 2017.
Wow. That's a long time.
I know. And then when the pandemic happened, I wasn't training, and they came back. So
I do want to ask about that. So in pandemic, obviously 2020, had to close the doors, no in-person anything. And then you recently opened back up in October of 2022, but you also now are an event space.
So let me tell you about that, because that's kind of crazy too, right? So, as I've mentioned, I'm a mom.
Mm-hmm.
And my journey, that's one job that I've always wanted to be. I didn't know it was going to be this hard, but that's just one job that I've always wanted. I've always wanted that particular title.
Mm-hmm.
I always wanted to be a mom, and my children are my driving force. So when I was forced to shut down with no clear path on how to reopen, I needed to figure out another source of income. And it wasn't something that just came immediately, because I fell through yet another depression when I remember I was hot. I was laid off at the bank, and I was unemployed for 5 years. And then this job that I fell in love with, the owner decided that she's just going to shut it down. So that was another layoff. And then through no fault of my own, the pandemic happened, and I lost I thought that I lost everything, but then I gained something else. I gained the insight of just, again, resilience, of not giving up. And for me, I don't have a choice, because I have kids that I need to feed. I don't have a choice. I can't give up. So I said to myself, I need to figure out what to do. I have this beautiful space. Let me turn it into an intimate, I call it an intimate gathering space, an intimate event space.
Mm-hmm.
And that right there, it's always something that I wanted to do. I never thought that I could do it or would do it in that location, because my mindset was just so fixated on the gym, because we have a particular style of doing things. We have special flooring. Like it's a thing at the New Body Project. Like it's a whole experience. We have lavender infused towels. Like it's a whole experience. Yeah, girl. My ladies call it the nightclub. When they come to the evening classes, they're like, we're going to the nightclub. So
I would only go to the evening classes.
They come to the nightclub, but because of the flooring that I had on the floor, I had allowed that to block other possibilities that I could create in the business. But then the pandemic allowed me to see that I could have two businesses living in the same space, and I'm able to run two businesses out of one. So for example, this past Saturday, there were 3 events in one day. 3 things happened in one day. So the first thing that happened was the church, Liberty Church, that comes in the morning and does prayer and praise and worship in the morning. And they're there from 8:00 to about 9:15, 9:30. And then my fitness classes happened 10:00 in the morning from 10 to 10:45. And then at 11:00, there was a bridal shower that was there from 11 to 5. And the turnaround time to get the space ready was just so quick. All the ladies that were in my class helped me do it. Like when I tell you that my community is dope, they know the reasons why I'm doing what I'm doing, and they are backing me, and it's amazing. So they took the chairs down and opened up the tables, wiped stuff down. While we're getting the tables, they're putting the equipment away, spraying it, sanitizing it, sweeping, and getting everything together. And we were able to turn that room around in less than 20 minutes.
This is amazing. Times like these are when I want to live in Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
Like stop by. Oh my gosh. Okay. So one last question is, you give a portion of those event bookings to the Ghana Desk Project.
Yes.
What is that, and why did you decide to start doing that?
So let me just clarify. So in order for you to join my fitness studio, the New Body Project, you also have to give an initiation fee, and that fee goes towards the Ghana Desk Project too. So they're getting twofold of donations. So my parents I'm first generation American, West African, Liberian, but one of my trainers, her name is Jennifer Boateng. She's the person who is the founder of the Ghana Desk Project. She went and visited her family back home, and when she went on that trip, she learned that there were no desks for children in the schools. It's either they would have to bring their own desk, or they would sit on the floor, or they just didn't go to school because they didn't have a desk. And that's once she saw that, she realized that she needs to make a change. And when she told me about it, I said we're going to figure this out. And that's how we decided that she decided she's going to create that nonprofit organization. And I decided that I'm going to help. And from there, we hope to be able to move into other countries like Liberia, Nigeria, Jamaica, Saudi Arabia, Iran, you name it. We want to be able to give back to all the communities. And that's why we give back. That's why I've chosen the Ghana Desk Project.
Wow. So much of your businesses and of your life is about community and helping others Danielle, this has been so good to talk to you. Tell people how they can support you, how they can find Atrium 82, the New Body Project. Tell us everything.
So you can simply just go online and go to www.thenewbodyproject.com. And this is where you'll find all the information about my fitness studio. You can read my story on there. And you can also go to www.atrium82.com and you can learn all about the event business and how we support the community as well. People get married in Atrium 82. They have baby showers in Atrium 82, bridal showers in Atrium 82, birthday parties, you name it. We've even had movies filmed in Atrium 82. They turned that entire space into a hospital. So like nothing has been unturned no stone has been unturned in that little space. And I'm proud to say that without the community that I probably wouldn't be standing here today. Honestly, I mean, I've always been a go-getter, but the community backing me so much, wanting to see this little Black girl succeed is most important to me. And I'm so proud to be a Brooklynite, and I'm so proud of everyone who's ever supported me.
No, I am happy. I'm so glad I found you. I'm so glad we're able to connect, and I want to support you in any way I can. So thank you for being on the show. Please come back. We'll definitely check in. Next time I come to Brooklyn, you're gonna see me with the lavender.
You gotta hit me up. You make sure you hit me up. Maybe we can do an equilibrium like in-person type of thing at Atrium 82.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being on the show. Everyone, thank you for watching. I'll see you next episode.